Hello, and welcome to Shotgun the Hogs.
That was so fucking random.
So we're back again. This is the second episode. First episode actually launched today. So big up all two people that listened to it so far.
Me and Jake.
Actually, no, not even me.
And I turned off halfway through.
Yeah, I think Well, it said it was on a browser, so it didn't say it was on any like phones or anything. So I think it could have literally just been me testing it to see if the uploader worked.
Believe in yourself.
But we'll see. So on to the second episode. We've upgraded from one mic to three mics. So hopefully this should sound a bit better. I maxed out all our credit cards, invested in an entire studio, and done it all up.
Even got a producer.
Yeah, big up Dr. Dre. But no, we're still in Tom's lounge, which is nicely decorated. I like your Christmas tree, Tom.
Than't mate.
It's the 2nd of January, you can go take that down.
No, mate, it's bad luck to take it down before the 6th.
I thought you just had to take it down anywhere up to the
12 days
6th.
of Christmas, we adhere to that strictly in this household.
So you have to take it down on the 6th?
Apparently so. If not, then something bad will happen involving Santa.
I learned some new Christmas rules.
Christmas rules.
But guys, so how was your Christmas and New Year's? Talk me through it.
Yeah, man. Made it through. By some miracle, I didn't die of alcohol poisoning, so that's pretty good over the festive season. Knocking back old fashions like they're out of fashion. Sorry.
Great drink. Thanks to Tom to introducing me to that. And
What drink is that?
What was it?
White Russian.
A White Russian was incredible. It was just like a nice cold coffee.
Yeah.
I hate vodka, but there was not a hint of taste of vodka in it, but that was a wonderful drink.
Got festively plump. I got absolutely smashed that evening. Had to take myself to bed.
Yeah.
And I was dead the following day. Likewise, New Year's Eve. Horrible. But yeah, just got festively plump over Christmas, really.
Yeah.
Ate and drank too much, overindulged.
I hate January so much, man.
Yeah, hence
January is just a hangover month, isn't it? December's so full of all kind of like festivities and everyone's buzzing and you eat and you drink way too much and then you come to January and you're fat and you've way too much alcohol.
Hence
and
the green
you've
tea,
got
man.
no money. Yeah.
just knocking back green tea now.
What an
Full
awful
body
month.
Brexit.
Feels like we've got another year till payday as well. So everything's
Yeah,
just
it has actually, because we got paid earlier in December. My New Year's was quite good actually. I had a bit of a mare there that night. I went to just like a normal sort of house party gathering sort of thing, which was actually pretty good. This one guy turned up like halfway through the night with like this fucking massive speaker. I just put it in the middle of the kitchen and just start blasting off house music. And I don't normally like house music, but I cleared a whole bottle of rum that night. And by the end of it, I was fucking loving house music, you know. And there was some like disco classics being played, mate. And obviously, like I think whatever time like Bohemian Rhapsody come in, and you just had literally everyone in the fucking kitchen just harmonising to it, like screaming out. And then, mate, I had a mare that night. Though I was having a piss just before bed, and fucking dropped my phone in the toilet, didn't I? Luckily,
Luckily, we were able to salvage it so we could record the podcast. So
yeah,
on the phone,
recorded through my urine.
So if you get some kind of like grainy sounding sounds from this podcast, it's just urine seeped iPhone. It was Christmas is cool though, isn't it? You can just kind of kick back, overindulge, get fat, watch some like good old classic films over the Christmas period. Rewatch Office Space again. That Michael Bolton character is so me, driving to work in the morning, listening to his gangster rap tunes, and it's got such a fucking dope soundtrack, man. Like you're like Biz Markie, Cool Keith, Ice Cube. You've got like that. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster by the Ghetto Boys. It's just such it's such a time capsule of a movie from the '90s. But I mean, if you've ever worked in an office, it's just absolutely amazing. Also. Like me and Jake were talking about it. We watched the new Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
Fucking
Jesus, man! Did you see it?
I've spent probably about an hour so far watching it, and I'm only like 15 minutes through. I keep watching it, and then I kind of get a bit like I don't get bored of it, but I can't concentrate for very long, man. And it takes a lot of focus.
You do end up going around in circles a lot
And to be fair, like I've heard, a lot of people think it's a bit gimmicky, but I mean personally, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Makes you think about choices that you make in life.
Damn,
deep. We were talking on New Year's Eve, weren't we, about applying the same concept of multiple choice to songs, in particular rap songs.
Yeah.
But theory it sounds pretty cool, but in practice it would be really shit. Like using like Immortal Techniques, Dance with the Devil, like the central character Billy Jacobs, like instead of raising him to be a drug dealer and end up ultimately raping his mum, he could just he could just do like a 9-to-5 job, or like be a charity worker or something, or like go travelling on his gap year.
Well, in theory, it depends who listens to it. Will depend on what path he takes. Like, you have a goody two shoes who won't want him to go down this bad route, and he will end up being like a really straight laced man. But like going back to Bandersnatch, like I was a messed up person who like you struggled to choose between the Frosties and the what was the other Sugar Puffs. But when it comes to like, do you want to kill your dad or not? You're straight on it.
What?
Have you not got to that
spoilers,
What
man,
the fuck? Oh no!
But Aidan, you can choose not to kill him either. So either way,
To be fair, I think I'm gonna. I was speaking to someone the other night about it, and we was going through we were both going through trying to go through the choices that we did, and we both did exactly the same choices apart from the cereal, and she had like a completely different like outcome. Like she didn't even get like the. I don't know if did you boys get the balcony bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she didn't even get that.
Oh right, what?
Well, so by choosing like Sugar Puffs,
I think there were some like outcomes where it just ends quite abruptly if you make like a bad choice, but it gives you the option to loop back round. But yeah, anyway,
Sugar Puffs
won't spoil the end of the Bandersnatch or the multiple endings.
I think Jake's spoiled it for me now. I'm just not even going to fucking bother now.
But imagine if you did apply that to a song, it'd be like a really shit listening experience.
I think
it'd be a really long, cumbersome, and using that Immortal Technique kind of as an example would like undermine the entire like message of the song.
Yeah.
But it was quite funny as a piss conversation at 1 a.m. Anyway, Jake, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah, I'm all good. Like it's January and I'm just making the most of that.
Well, thank you, Jake.
Getting nice Christmas presents, mate.
Yeah, got some really good cool presents, like a couple new trainers. I got a new pair of Ultra Boosts, which are a new pair of Ultra Boosts, but they're actually like the original Ultra Boosts, the 1.0s, in like a chalk colour. Now, personally, I think they're the nicest pair of Ultra Boosts out there, and they're so comfy, as anyone who wears those shoes would know. Shoes I'm rocking right now, which I brought, not a Christmas present, but a Christmas present to me, are the Adidas Continental 80s, the TFL collaboration.
Yeah, man.
So I've gone for like the grey Nubuck with the District line and the Elizabeth line, which is the new tube line for all you train fanatics out there. So yeah, I've gone with
Hashtag I love trains.
Big up yourself.
I think they're such a cool shoe. I think they're reasonably priced, and I just think like a bit of a quirky collaboration from Adidas. So yeah.
Like a bit quirk, don't you, Jake?
And then if we go for more of a stocking filler, I got a rap colouring in book, a hip hop colouring in book.
Oh, nice, man.
So if you've seen the Instagram, you'll see on the story I did like
Jake, drop the it's cleaner.
Instagram story.
The Instagram.
Oh, that green tea is horrible.
Yeah. I did a nice colouring in of Matt Miller. I've just done Wiz Khalifa.
R.I.P.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mac. So yeah, that's my hobby now. I'm a 12-year-old. I colour in.
Nice, man. So
Gotta have a hobby, haven't they?
So what's on the agenda today, boys? What are we talking about?
So what we're gonna do each of our favourite albums or tracks from 2018 and like drops and sneakers and that sort of thing, and then we're gonna look to head into doing our favourite albums of all time. Each of us for our top favourite albums.
Well, I'll say of all time, mine are just 5 albums I've thrown together. I couldn't quite think of an all-time favourite list because it changes depending on my mood at the time. So I just chucked 5 albums together that I quite enjoy listening to, and I wouldn't ever get bored of.
The same, man.
I admit it was a struggle.
I followed the same kind of sentiment as Jake. Really, I just picked 5 albums that I kind of like crafted my love for hip hop and like ones that I can kind of pinpoint where I was when I listened to them, like standout lyrics. Like back to back, just like really significant albums for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to hear what your boys' choices. So that'd be good.
I think as we're at the very start of the year, maybe we could do a look ahead. Like, what are you guys like looking forward to this year? Anything you anticipate? Maybe we should do.
For me, mate, it's R.A. the Rugged Man's album because he's promised some really, really sick features. He never really disappoints. some of his kind of like beat choices are a little bit suspect at times, but he always brings the fire, man.
Yeah.
I love RA, so that's kind of my most anticipated this year, I'd say. But then again, he might delay it. He's an independent underground rapper. These guys struggle to find funds occasionally, but apparently he's got some pretty big names on there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Nice, yeah. Aidan?
What am I looking forward to this year?
Yeah.
I think me and my girlfriend might be going to Disneyland at some point.
Nice, man.
Paris?
No, yeah, well, actually, yeah, I do want to go to Paris actually this year.
Aidan, do you want to tell everyone
wasn't
about what happened last time you went to Paris?
Oh, fucking hell, mate. Just so you know, I'm not actually excited about Disneyland. I think we are going, but I'm really not excited.
You got a reputation to think
Yeah,
about.
I've got to
keep the street
keep
cred
my face,
for
keep my
this
face
podcast.
covered.
Yeah, this street cred's about to go out the window, mate. This story.
I'll be honest, I don't think about these street creds. So I went to Paris in August just for like a few days away, and I nearly had my passport stolen by I think it was a Romanian gypsy. I'm fairly sure it was, because I was speaking to my uncle about it, and he said he reckoned that there was like a lot of kind of Eastern European people that would go to like cities and like pounce on unsuspecting
It's turning
tourists.
political already. I apologise on behalf of everyone.
No, not in like an offensive way, but like that shit fucks me. That like proper freaked me out. Like, so me and Mrs. we were in Paris and like near the Notre Dame, and we just crossed the street, and we both had our cases in because me being a fucking idiot, we got like the earliest possible train there from London, and then. But the check-in, so we arrived at like 9 o'clock in the morning, but our check-in for the actual flat, we got to the flat and they're still cleaning it. So we weren't actually checking until like 2-3 o'clock that afternoon. So we had like 6 hours to kill by walking around with our bags. So we've walked across this road. Sophie, Mrs. She's walking slightly in front of me. And I've seen this she looked like a little girl. She's come up to me with a clipboard. And on the top, I can see it says like, "Oh, deaf and blind people," and I'm like, "Okay, this is a bit different." And she's like, "Oh, can you?" She's saying like, she's not saying anything to me because she's just like miming it and going like a little sign sort of motion. And I'm there just like, "Okay, this is really weird." And then another person comes up, like 3 girls come up to me, literally putting their clipboards against my chest. And I went around Europe by myself, and I've never had anything like this. So I've always thought I'm quite street smart. I thought nothing like this would happen to me. Like I said, I went around Europe by myself and got no trouble whatsoever. And so I didn't think anything of it. And then I'm looking ahead and kind of laughing, thinking like this is fucking weird, but not really taking it too seriously. And Sophie comes back. She turns around, like grabs me and pulls me through them. And then she goes, "Look at your bag." I've looked down. I'm wearing like one of those little. I did wear a bum bag. I wore a bum bag, like one like cool way over your shoulder.
Fanny pack.
Yeah, and I've looked down.
For our transatlantic cousins listening to this podcast, or not.
And I've looked down, and the zip to my bag is open. I've turned round, and my parcel's got like a blue cover on it. So I've turned round. I've just literally seen her like tuck it behind her back.
Shit.
And I was there just like. I didn't even move. I was like so stunned, and Sophie's straight away gone over there, snatched it back off her, and she's like marched us away, and I'm there just literally like fucking gobsmacked. Like I didn't know what to, and then afterwards I was just like, "So I even need a beep. I even need a beer or a fag. Like I've got to have one. This is stressing me out. It was just.
So your missus handled your business for you, basically. Yep. No, fair play, mate.
Yeah. She's the one that. Mate, if it wasn't for her, man, I would still be in fucking Paris, like in the embassies, like sleeping in the streets. So yeah, that was eventful. But once I got through it, like Paris is a fucking beautiful place, man.
Yeah.
I really want to go back.
Good hip hop scene as well in France, man.
Yeah.
Majorly, man. Big up Lahane. That's like one of the great, or Lahane, I think it is pronounced. I don't know. Anyway, it translates to hate.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack is fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's like Vince Cassel, like the actor who stars in it. His brother is a really kind of like well-respected French rapper called Rockin' Squat in a group called Assassin.
Yeah.
And he's done tracks with like Immortal Technique and people like that. He's well worth checking out, but they've got a really like a thriving scene in France. But anyway,
I would love to know a lot more about that because I really do like French hip hop, and I think the first time I listened to some French hip hop, it was on a it was on a Split Profits track.
Yeah.
So I think they do a lot of work with people over in France, Paris or whatever. Mate, it was such a sick track. And do you know what? I listened to it a handful of times and I just couldn't find it anywhere else. If you know what the track is, send it through because I would love to listen to it. But I've listened to like French hip hop playlists on Spotify and stuff, man. It's such a beautiful language.
It flows so well, doesn't it? Yeah,
flow of it, and it's very like boom bap sort of beats it goes to, man. Like brilliant.
Definitely, man. So, do you want to talk about some of your like favourite albums or records, tracks? In 2018.
2018, yeah.
And then we'll go on to drops, and Jake you boys can reel some stuff off if you want.
Yeah, well, I think 2018 was a pretty good year for music actually. Like I think, and I'm going to go a bit towards like grime here. Like fucking hell, grime has gone from literally being something that was like just sort of spoken about by a few people and no one really knows to being this huge thing. And I think hip hop is doing really well as well. You've got for example like the Loyal Kana, like he's doing so well.
Man, that Ottolenghi track was so good,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
wasn't
man.
it?
Really like heartfelt. And over like the over the Christmas period, right? I was watching some YouTube, and he did like a little like Gentleman's Quarterly special with the chef Ottolenghi.
Mate, I saw that.
It was cool. He was just
video.
doing like loads of these like Middle Eastern vegetarian dishes.
Yeah.
And stuff. It was just kind of a strange pairing, but he was in the video as well. I just thought, that's really kind of like a niche thing to rap about.
Yeah.
But the inspiration behind the track came from just sitting on a train and having a conversation with people.
Yeah.
I just loved it, man. I think like he's just got that kind of spoken word flow, and just really kind of candid and honest, isn't it? Like I think he's like a breath of fresh air at the moment in the UK hip hop.
Yeah. No, it's nice to see someone in hip hop, kind of getting up and getting onto fucking GQ magazine. Like that's mental.
Exactly.
Like, that's I think that's
And I just
really
think
good
from
to see.
like a fashion point of view, I think he's got like the whole collecting the football shirts is so sick. I fucking love it.
Yeah. One of his shows, he traded tickets.
Yeah.
He's trading tickets of his shows for.
So I follow him on Twitter, and I see a lot of time, like especially during the summer, like when he was doing live shows, people would be like, "Yo, I've got this," and he'll be like, "Yeah, 2 tickets, and I'll have the shirt."
Yeah.
And he just has like, I reckon he's probably got like such a sick football shirt collection.
Yeah.
And like retro football shirts are sometimes the best looking shirts where you just wear them with like a pair of jeans or whatever. So yeah, I think that's if I had the money, mate, I'd do that, but I don't. Like, yeah, I've got a few Bournemouth shirts.
Yeah.
Up the cherries.
Get the plug in.
Yeah, I've got a England
big up Bournemouth.
Euro '96 shirt, which is probably the nicest English shirt if you ask me. But yeah, sick. I love it from that point of view as well.
I wonder what he does with them. Do you think he frames them or
I reckon he just
cover
probably
them?
piles them up, mate. I reckon he's got way too many to frame. I reckon
Probably
just-
keeps them out of direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Might disintegrate. Some of them will be that.
Yeah,
old.
away from moths and shit.
Do you reckon he's just got a chair in his room that he hanged on?
Sure, that's exactly what I do, mate. I just got a chair in my room. Like, have you got one of those chairs in your room which like you don't actually sit on, you just chuck your clothes on?
Oh yeah.
Not anymore, mate.
But
mate.
I've still got that.
No, not anymore.
And I
mate.
just like I
Tom's a bit
just
old
pile
enough today, a bit more
Bournemouth
sure.
shirts on there. I need to do something.
Speaking of other releases this year, obviously like Ocean Wisdom's Wisville that came out earlier in 2018. That's some really good tracks, some really good features on it. Method Man, Jess.
Oh, that's
had,
a tune, isn't it?
Really good, yeah. Ting done. That was quality. I absolutely love this year. I think Kanye season aside, right? I'm still adamant we have like an episode entirely covering some of that stuff, and bear with me on that because there was some really good shit to talk about. But 2 of my favourite albums this year. One of them came out really recently, so I'm still kind of digesting it to a certain extent. But it's Jid, DiCaprio 2.
Yeah.
My God, man! Like, where the hell did this guy come from? Like, his like flow is really like unorthodox. Like the subject matter, the lyrics, just everything about it. Some of the features, the beats. It's just like otherworldly.
Double XL's freshman of the year.
Oh
as well.
yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, man. And it's between that and the other is West Side Gun, Supreme Blind Tell. That again, man. Like there's a song on it called West Side, produced by Static Selector, and it's just everything I want from like a contemporary rap album. It has kind of that throwback kind of lo-fi aesthetics, but it's got some really like heavy hitting beats. It's got some incredible bars.
Hanging out the core mail king, I let the jazz blow. My feet long, Ricky kilos. Coaching my shooters like Rick Pitino. Neck lit up like Reno.
It's those two albums, man. Two really. I'd say that Jid is obviously like more up and coming, and West Side Gun's more kind of underground and slept on a bit. But yeah, two really solid offerings from 2018.
Yeah, I think Kanye Season is a good mention there. I loved everything about Kanye Season, and I think we'll kind of almost park it a little bit because I'd rather spend an episode talking about this, and Aidan's almost sort of playing the catch up with Kanye at the moment.
Mate, honestly,
Aidan's a UK head, like, you know, through and through, and we were kind of like kind of saying, yeah, come on, man, you got to check out Kanye Season. Like, I know whatever, he's a dickhead, fair enough, but just check it out. Yeah.
But Aidan's actually going back to basics, really. He's going through every album, start to finish. I think from a beat making point of view, like Aidan likes to make that stuff. I think he's going to go through quite a journey. Where are you at the moment?
Well, I've just listened to. Is it the first time? Is it College Dropout?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, first album, and then I'm on because with an album like it's I need to. It's weird. I like digest it in a weird way. I listen to it like in like the normal way, intro to ending, and then I listen to it on shuffle, and then I listen to it on shuffle again, and then for me to actually be able to like absorb it properly.
Everyone has a process, man.
Yeah.
But it's my American music like. Knowledge is I hate to say it, is terrible. Like I wish I'd had so much more knowledge, but it's so bad. My UK knowledge is all right. Like when we talk about our 5 top albums, like most of mine are just UK hip hop artists. Like I don't really know much, which is.
But that's the thing, man. It's just like we have quite a broad spectrum of interest and knowledge between the three of us. So we all bring something a bit different to this podcast. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I like pockets of everything, really.
Yeah.
But then I go through periods of just obsessing over like certain artists or albums or tracks. Whereas, like, you know, you're really like Jay. You're really into your kind of
nursery rhymes.
You're really your nursery rhymes and coloring books. Besides that, just like you're really into kind of your like contemporary stuff and like. Yeah, you're more kind of, I guess, seem to be commercial stuff.
Yeah.
But I love that too. Do you know what I mean? I just love.
I'll dabble in everything, mate. But that just seems to be like my area.
Enough about your personal life, mate.
I think I'm touching again on Kanye Season. Kids See Ghost is definitely like my favourite one.
Oh, mate,
I love everything about it. I love the artwork. I love the tracks on it.
What is the artwork? Kids See Ghosts is it called?
Yeah.
I'll have a look now.
Some fucking great stuff. I love the 7-track
like
idea.
Murakami, I think the guy's called.
Yeah.
He's a Japanese artist. But it is just as a like a concept piece. It's just about kind of struggles with depression. It's really moody. The production on it is just insanely good.
But the 7-track thing that runs through the whole Kanye Season is perfect for me. Like, it's such a small amount of time for an album, but like Kids See Ghost just leaves you wanting more. And just like it kind of just leaves it at that, and you're like, so yeah, great album. This year, 2018 also saw Eminem's Kamikaze, which is almost kind of like this fuck you to all the criticism from Revival, which rightly was given because it was well-earned criticism. But like this is Eminem.
It's a shit album.
It is a shit album, and like. You know, you've almost got to like piss off Eminem for him to become like angry Eminem is always better, and I think Kamikaze is this kind of angry Eminem going back at these kind of criticisms, and I think a good album, to be fair.
It's a weird one, man, because I love Em. I think he's like, obviously it's Eminem, so absolute legend, but he's like. It's obviously like back in the day he had something to rap about.
Yeah.
He had like his personal issues and always demons to talk about. He's been like a multi-millionaire for so long now, and it's almost just like he's become a bit kind of a recluse. And so his only kind of
fuel... And he's crushed his demons as well.
Exactly, man. The only fuel he has to the fire is that criticism he gets from critics.
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, keep winding them up so he'll make better music. Because I really like Kamikaze.
What was his... obviously I've listened to Eminem, but like I said, my knowledge is pretty bad. What was the Demons? Because I know... He just listened for a few of his songs. So he obviously had the issues with his wife.
His mum. I think, like, you know... Poverty-stricken, kind of Detroit, living in a trailer park. The whole
You're living home in a trailer. Fuck you, Debbie.
Oh, I love that scene. Yeah, the whole kind of the drugs, you know, He's just gone like he's clean now,
It's
like
addicted
alcohol.
to like painkillers and like
Yeah,
sleeping
like
pills
if
and stuff,
you listen to like Relapse, it's all just about like prescription medication. How he almost died on that, and like obviously to come out the other end now clean. Yeah, so a lot of things, a lot of those demons, which obviously none exist. He's kind of like crushed the whole hates his mum thing. They kind of made up on, was it Marshall Mathers LB2? He done that track about his mum. Yeah, so everything kind of seems to be like quite calm in his life.
It's strange, isn't it? Because you like a lot of rappers and stuff like that, you know, like Kanye West and that sort of thing. They're always in the news. You know, they use social media a lot, but I don't see anything from Eminem. Like occasionally, maybe something might come out, but you don't hear about him at all, do you?
I think because he just has quite a lot of respect for his craft, and I get the impression that even though he has had kind of like periods of like instability, he's still quite a switched on dude. He's quite humble to a certain degree. He's not like up his own arse, like, because he is just a fucking insanely talented technical MC. Whereas Kanye's more, he's become more of an idea, you know. Like, he's just disappeared up his own arse. But I just fully embrace it because I just love crazy mental artists.
Yeah.
You don't want him to be kind of like boring and like conservative. You just want him to be like, yeah, man, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really buy into the kind of like political aspect where you have to hate him because he's a Trump supporter. If anything, it's kind of more like, oh, that's kind of weird, like whatever. And it's all publicity anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he'll go quiet.
Guarantee that he's dropping. He'll be dropping something in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That album's going to come out.
I've got a question for you.
Me?
So, for both of you. So, with the way like artists are now with social media and that sort of shit, how do you think Tupac and Biggie would be if they were alive today? Do you think they would have sold out? Do you think they'd still be successful?
That's impossible to say. I mean, like, it's like all of those artists that die in like the 27
Do you think
club.
Tupac would be posting Instagram stories every other day?
Yeah, probably. Or he'd probably be like...
You'd probably be told to.
Because they're both martyrs, right?
Yeah.
So they're obviously put on this pedestal, and they both had amazing back catalogues. They're both entirely different artists, in my opinion. Obviously, they died... like, you know, within a short space of each other, and the whole beef kind of erupted and all that kind of thing, Suge Knight, etc. So they're obviously kind of put in the same camp, people like Tupac or Biggie.
Yeah.
It's a false equivalency. Like, Biggie is a better technical rapper, like his wordplay, all of that kind of thing. Whereas Pac is more important. Like his lyrics are more heartfelt. I feel that way anyway. That's just my like. And he was his work ethic was insane. Like he'd be in the studio all the time, just like spitting non-stop. And he didn't have the most kind of like technical complex flow like Biggie, but the stuff he released was just like some of the lyrics had just hit home.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird one. But I think part of me thinks if they weren't martyrs to the cause, they'd just be another one of these kind of old, not washed up rappers, but you know the ones who are kind of like saying like bail me for a feature and that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Like it's impossible to say. It's like the 27 Club. All those kind of icons that die in the 27. You know, like Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, Amy Winehouse. Exactly, Jimi Hendrix. It's like they died at like the peak of their careers. So
it's quite sad. I mean, it's like, for example, you know, I don't wish death upon anyone, but if we didn't have Kanye or if we didn't have Eminem for so long, you know, maybe they would be completely different, and maybe they would be seen as a lot sort of bigger. It's like, it's weird because you live your life, but then you kind of, your albums grow with you, and your albums reflect how you are feeling at that time of your life. So, you know, there's always going to be a time when your life's not going to be fucking mental 24/7, is it? Until you're like 40 or in your 40s. Is going to calm down. You've got to reflect it.
See, that's what I really like. There's a rapper I was bigging him up like a couple of weeks back to you boys called Fonte, and he was in a group called Little Brother with like Ninth Wonder and rapper Big Pooh. But Ninth Wonder's like a really like prestigious producer. I mean, if you haven't heard his stuff, check him out. He's producing a lot of like, you know, quite big artist albums. He was on like Kendrick's album and whatnot. But so Little Brother, they're like I think Drake's Fonte's one of Drake's favourite rappers. But he's like what you'd call, and it's been described as like grown man rap. Like the stuff he raps about is really kind of relatable. It's really candid. He talks about like his divorce. He just raps about being an adult and like just he's like 40 now, so it's not rapping about kind of like bitches, bling, cars, and money and and stuff that he's not living through. I know we touched upon that last time we caught up.
Yeah.
But it's just real authentic, man. That's the kind of rap that I tend to like.
Yeah, no, that is good sort of stuff. Just because I'm conscious of obviously making sure we do cover. The thing is that we get into tangents and just going. The one last thing that I think is quite important to think about for 2018 is obviously the loss of an absolute fucking legend.
Yeah.
We lost Mac Miller in 2018, and obviously it's not nice when anyone dies really. But for me, and I think a lot of people around our sort of generation, if you were into hip hop, you know, Mac Miller, sort of Nikes on My Feet, that those sort of songs properly resonated with people, and you know, some of them got people into hip hop, you know. And
going back to the Ninth Wonder dude, the producer, Mac Miller, I think that was one of the first tracks I heard him hop on. It's called What's Love, and like, I remember the hook was something like, or the bridge to the hook was like, even gangster motherfuckers fall in love.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that classic like, It's just like, that's just classic Mac to me.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool guy. It's it's really sad.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was just on Twitter on the night, and I saw him trending. Mac Miller was trending like 7th, and I was like, oh, he must have announced like a tour or something. And I clicked on it, and it was just like the early kind of tweet saying he's passed, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I was like, you kidding me? And I couldn't actually believe it.
Yeah, because you texted me, and I was literally, I was sat there, I was at sofa, so I was looking at my phone, I was like, what the fuck? Because he'd only just started releasing more music, hasn't he? And obviously he was in a new
Swimming Pools drops in August this year. But yeah, like that's the first celebrity death that really kind of like put me, and I was like, you know, like one of them where you kind of just keep thinking about it for days afterwards. You're like, I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah.
But I felt so bad for Ariana Grande. Because I was looking at her Instagram after, like, that same evening, mate, and some of the comments she was getting, mate.
I know.
It's fucking horrible. It's like, go kill yourself, you're responsible for his death. Like, like, this poor girl, like, she's
it's the era we live in, mate. It's full of cunts, unfortunately.
You know, everyone has that bad relationship. You know, everyone has arguments with their missus, you know, and you can't just...
Also, you can't really relate to, like, people at that level of, like, public exposure. Do you know what I mean? It's a completely different world.
Like, he had his demons, and there's probably, like, quite legit reasons why they broke up, and, you know, you got to, like, think about how she felt kind of, like, being with him. You know,
definitely, man. I mean, but there's dregs of humanity all over social media. Yeah. But anyway, should we? But
anyway, let's move on.
Get into the meat and potatoes, yeah. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to start? Aidan, do you want to start with yours or?
Yes, I forget what section. So we're doing the best albums of Wait, are we doing?
No,
we're doing. No, we're doing the. Oh fucking hell! Good
agenda, mate.
Right, gonna have to stop there and re-record all of that. No, right.
We're just gonna do our top 5 chucked together albums.
Yeah.
Most kind of meaningful albums, or albums most meaningful to us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna say them all. And then talk a bit about them. Now, the first one...
Are you going down in reverse order, or are you starting at the top?
I haven't got an order.
I haven't got an order, I can't...
I just left one till last, which I'll talk about a bit more.
Yeah.
But I was thinking I'm just going to briefly touch on 4 and then probably go in a bit more detail about the 5th. Are you boys going to do the same?
Yeah, man, sounds good to me.
I think that's a good way of kind of doing it. I'll just be here forever.
So one of my top 5. What the fuck are you laughing at?
We'll be here forever. Already feels like eternity sat in this chair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have enough hosting space to host all this podcast.
Please don't tell anyone how I live. Simpsons reference there.
Oh no.
So one of mine is going to have to be the 4 Owls, and it's Nature's Greatest Mystery and Natural Order album. So 2 albums. I couldn't pick one. One. And to be fair, that's probably my. We're doing all-time. We're doing all-time favourite albums. I'm thinking that didn't come out in 2018. Okay, yes, that's one of my all-time favourite albums. The reason is now. It's more of a bit of a. I think music, man. It's always comes down to nostalgia for me, and the sort of memories it brings back and that sort of thing. So, see, when I was just after I left college, and I was just kind of like working and going out all the time. Me and my mate Chrissy, and we jumped on my whip and just my car, and just kind of like bought from place to place. But I had like. I didn't have an aux cable or anything like that. I just had CDs, and this is when like I just got into high focus, so I burnt like legally, not illegal, wink wink. Yeah, it was all ripped off YouTube basically. Onto some CDs and literally just play those CDs on repeat, just driving around in my car, and it was just proper.
All those endorsements gone now, mate. You've just exposed yourself.
All those
Make the baby Jesus cry.
I just think like that album is just generally just full of like anthems. Like, you know, you've got like, you know, a proper like personal sort of track, but you know what I mean when I say like an anthem. You know, like a song just like, fuck, this is good, man. And yeah, that's again brings out so many good like funny memories. And again, when we went to see the 4 hours, like they were sick. My other one is got to be Cancer State of Mind by Skinny Man.
Yes, that's
just because when I first listened to that, I only kind of got a basic sort of introduction to UK hip hop, and then when I listened to that one, that just kind of like opened my sort of mind into how like an album can be sort of laid out in a way that, you know, he samples like a police interview, and it's just like
it's from is it Made in England? I think it's something like that. It's with Tim Roth, or the prison movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, mate.
Yeah. It's throughout the entire album.
Yeah, it's a sick way of doing it. Like
a lot of people say it's like the kind of Illmatic of the UK. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, anyway, I won't like...
it's great, and that's up there with one of my favourite albums, and again, big up Chrissy, we used to just fucking drive around just blasting this sort of shit and, you know, smoking weed and whatnot. And
reoccurring theme in Aidan's stories.
my story just revolved... Mate, I did it for like, however many years, like a lot of my stuff just leads back to that. And then... Right, so it's the greatest hits album, it's Eminem's Curtain Call. Now, the reason I've gone with that album, okay, I know it's greatest hits, but it is his biggest selling album, for one, but I'm going to say, like, it's fucking waste, mate, he doesn't know hip-hop. No, mate, the reason is...
Pull the plug, Jake.
I think, when it was, do you know what, I think that was one of the, that was one of the first albums I listened to, because my dad bought it. And I would kind of like pinch it and go and listen to it in my room, and I wouldn't listen to it on a CD player. It would be, you know when you have those little like portable CD players where it was like a lid, it was like a circle.
Yeah, man.
Of course you
very well. Yeah, of course I do. I had a cassette player, man.
And then I think one of the first like music videos I actually saw was the I think, is it called Curtain Call, where he's in the fucking oh mate, this is gonna fucking annoy me. It's the one when he's rapping about When I'm Gone, yes. That was one of the first music videos that I kind of remember watching, and you know, I think it just kind of resonated with me, and yeah, but going on, so next one would be Gangstar, Moment of Truth, which
love it, mate.
No words needed. You know, that's a sick album. Again, nostalgia. So I remember playing Dave Wells, not Dave. That's Dave Wells, that's a fucking building company. There's a BMXer called Dave something. I can't remember his... I think it's Dave something, yeah. But,
if anyone knows, then just send a message to the Insta.
Hi, Dave.
But yeah, I just remember sitting in my room when I was however old, playing on my fucking little Xbox and playing a BMX game, and that song used to be just playing on repeat in that game, and it's just like, oh, you know, like when you're playing like San Andreas or something like that, and hip hop comes on, you know, it's like those sort of moments.
That's an important record, mate. You got the vinyl there, I see as well.
Yeah. So I bought a few records. I have got the Moment of Truth record here. It is a double LP, and there is some artwork in here actually. It's a shame because you can't all see it, but I might have to actually...
we'll put it on...
a picture of that. It's a sick picture,
That's
man.
a cool one. Yeah.
It's just a
Rest in
big
peace, Guru.
And wearing the fucking... Look at the Ralph Lauren polo, the vest. Oh, man, they used to rep fucking... I think, Northy body warmers. I don't know what year that was taken. What year do you reckon that was taken?
When did it come out? It would have been like 99.
Yeah. So old.
Maybe...
Old.
Hold on, I've got the CD over there somewhere.
Yeah.
It might be later than that, so don't quote me on that. But
yeah, I mean,
I love that album, man. Moment of Truth itself is such like an awe-inspiring track as well.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to it, and it's just like Guru's vocal delivery is just really like, I know he says it himself, it's like the king of monotone.
Yeah.
But it's just there's something about like those kind of lyrics are really simply delivered. And like the perfect partnership, him and Primo, absolutely amazing album. Yeah, man, props to that one.
Yeah, and Yeah, for me personally, music kind of like resonates with nostalgia for me. You know, it's albums where I kind of think back to good memories, and obviously you can get an album which is production wise, music wise, lyrical wise. You know, it sounds sick, but for me, and this is gonna sound wet, wet as fuck, but it's all about like nostalgia and shit for me.
Just to jump in there, it was released in '98, so
98.
Yeah.
It's an old album, man. This is a very old album, but yeah, that's all for mine. So who wants to plug or jump or whatever next?
Yeah.
After you, Jake, man.
Yeah, cool. So I'll kick things off with Matt Miller, Kids. I fucking love that mixtape.
Yeah.
It dropped in 2010, but I probably didn't catch on a couple of years late. It kind of reminds me more about 2012, 13.
Was that his first record?
This was like his mixtape, yeah. This was before like the whole Blue Side Park and everything like that. This is the mixtape. Yeah, this reminds me of 2012, 2013. And when I think back to it, immediately I kind of almost think back to what I'm wearing at that time. Like this album and what I'm wearing and how I am as a person, like link, and they coincide with each other. Mate. I'm talking like baggy white tees, snapback, like some chinos or something, and most importantly Nikes. So I'd either probably be wearing Janoskis, Eric Costins, or my favourite, which I had two pairs of Nike Team Editions. Which I can't find anywhere now because I wish I still had a pair because they were a clean shoe, like nice grey suede, tiny little Nike tick. Linking back to Nikes on my feet.
Yeah.
Make the cipher complete.
Sorry, the reason I started laughing at you there, Jake, because you just said what you're wearing, and the first I don't know, I just really wanted to do this. What you wearing?
So yeah, it really links to the album. The videos, I think that go with some of the songs, like Senior Skip Day, Nights on My Feet. Like some really just sick videos of just Matt kind of like just walking around and just being a G. So my favourite tracks, probably The Spins. Yeah, Senior Skip Day, Nights on My Feet. Like
That's a good choice, man.
Love it, man. And then to go on to another mixtape, and that's Eminem's Infinite, which dropped in '96.
Yes.
It's a favourite of mine, probably, I don't know, one of his top, I would say. I really like it.
Have you heard that, Aidan? Infinite?
Sorry, I completely missed that.
Eminem Infinite. It's like his first, well I guess it is technically an EP, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people say it's like his first like album, but I'd say Marshall Mathers LP. Oh, Slim Shady is his first album.
Oh no, I've got to give that a listen.
Infinite, you'd like Infinite.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I'm talking, we've got like really clever lyrics on there for the full kind of album. Some good storytelling. So there's a song called Backstabber on there, which is pretty good, and sounds like kind of like kicking off of Eminem's kind of whole storytelling and lyricisms. There's some like wicked rhyme patterns on there. I've got some here, and I'm probably just going to spit it all wrong, and it'll just sound like really weird. But it's like, ayo.
My pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac, and
like it's just some. It's just sort of like wicked rhyme patterns. Like the whole album, I just like. It's just fucking sick. So yeah, definitely give that a listen, mate. I think you'll like it. I've got to get on like Dat Piff. That's the only way I can listen to it. Have you got that out? Dat Piff.
What's Dat Piff?
It's the only way I can listen to Kids and Infinite.
I feel like I've heard of that from someone. What is it?
It's just a music app.
Infinite's on Spotify.
Was it on Spotify? Oh,
yeah, at least the single is. I don't know.
The single's on Apple Music. Yeah, the single Infinite. Yeah. Definitely give that a listen. It's fucking great. Then I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. This was the first Kendrick album I heard, and then I went back to listen to Section 80 afterwards. So favourite track on that one's Poetic Justice. I think good solid verses from both Kendrick and Drake. Mad City's also an absolute banger as well. I've watched like so many videos of Mad City live. And literally the crowd go absolutely mental. And luckily last year I saw Kendrick live at the O2. Mad City was performed, and it was absolutely.
He's good live, isn't he, man?
Yeah, this was his.
You've only seen him live?
I saw him about probably a lot longer ago.
Yeah.
so I remember I had a broken leg, and me and my boy Az, we went to see him in Bristol, and it was snowing outside as well, so we made like a treacherous car journey there. And
you had a broken leg?
I had a broken leg, man. Yeah, I was on crutches. So obviously it was like the O2 there, so it was a smaller venue.
I'm just picturing like Bambi on ice. Right?
Mate, it was no. To be fair, the venue, like, God bless them, they treated me pretty well. Like they like give me a good little good spot where I could lean against.
Did you get like the wheelchair area?
No, mate, nothing like that.
I would have tried to bag that, mate.
It was pretty sick though. Like they had, because it was when Good Kid, Mad City came out. So he was still, obviously, it was on his rise to fame. So he was still doing like relatively small venues. Somebody like threw a bottle of water at him though, and he like handled it really professionally. He was like, I mean, back in the day, if it was like an MOP gig or something, they would have just like ordered people to beat up the person who did it. But he was really like, guys, don't worry about it. Just treat people with respect and all that kind of thing. I was like, all right, okay. But yeah, it went off though. It really went off.
Yeah. I saw him at the Damn tour, which was obviously we're talking the O2 arena here, and like some visual spectacles. And he was doing some weird karate shit all the way through, but it was fucking great. Like, yeah.
I've got some footage from that gig though, so we should.
Yeah, I've got some as well.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, do you know what? If I was on
Backseat
stage,
freestyle, man.
Backseat freestyles
went off.
Amazing.
Yeah.
if I was on stage, I don't think I'd be able to just control myself like that. Someone chucked a bottle at me. I think I'd just find like a bigger bottle or something heavier and just chuck it back at them.
Or piss.
So overall, I think Good Kid, Mad City.
Your piss bucket from your last week's story.
Oh fucking hell, mate!
It's an album that sticks to like its Compton roots. Yeah, and it's got quite a lot of autobiography as well. Kind of, you get that vibe from it, and I love all the voicemails that go out through. When my motherfucking dominoes! Moving on to J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hill Drive. All I'm going to say is this album just bangs. I fucking love it. It's like perfect driving music, window down. You can just play it really loud and like just some absolute bangs on there. It's just a get you hyped album. It's great flows. There's some clever lyrics, storytelling wise. Like Wet Dreams is my favourite song on the album.
Yeah,
it's like a funny but a great storyteller throughout. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I just think.
What's like the Posse Cut track and that called? It's not a Posse Cut because he doesn't ever have any features on there, does he? But it's like a diss track.
No features.
no. It's like Firing Squad or something. What's the track called?
Firing Squad with.
It's Firing Squad, isn't it? Yeah. It's just.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what this track is.
Honestly,
my music knowledge is outside the UK is actually really poor.
Yeah, here lies the lesson, my friends.
Yeah, you need to educate me on this.
Likewise, man. This is
like current US hip hop, I know fuck all about. Old like US, obviously you can't go without knowing like the greats, and then UK is in the UK. Actually, I think I've got. To be fair, recently I've gotten into grime a lot more.
Yeah.
And but that's just through. Like I think grime kind of like lives on like YouTube. It's weird. So it's like every time I go on YouTube, I literally go on YouTube so much. I spend a lot of my time going on YouTube, so I see all the like new tracks coming out.
I love it, don't you?
What, grime? Or,
YouTube.
I fucking love a bit of YouTube. You can go from like watching like a bad man sort of grime video.
Or you go down the YouTube hole.
Just some like funny cats.
Yeah, the YouTube hole. And then my last one, which I'm going to big up the most, I'm going to just state some facts here, right? I'm going to go with the Marshall Mathers LP, and I've got it here. Right, so this sold 1.76 million copies in its first week. So it's the fastest selling studio album by a solo artist, and it held that title for 15 years until Adele overtook it in 2015.
Fuck you, Adele.
Like,
I'm only joking.
It still holds the title for the fastest selling hip hop album, and it's or the biggest selling hip hop album, some sort of title like that. Before that, Snoop Doggy Style was in '93 held that record. So and Eminem doubled it. His album sales doubled Snoop Dogg's. It's one of a few albums to sell over 500k every week for 4 consecutive weeks. It's got a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. In the album, those that have listened to it, it's a very dark album.
Yeah.
nowadays,
If it dropped, it would get so much criticism.
We should do an episode on that as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, contemporary like artists release, or maybe like old artists releasing their own albums now. Like yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP released now would not go down well in the 2018.
No, we're talking racism,
climate,
sexism,
It would not be
misogyny, homophobia,
politically
narcissism.
correct.
Yeah. Then
Like,
again,
how homophobic are Eminem's first albums?
This is like I didn't put the lyrics in here because I didn't want to start saying shit I shouldn't.
in the defence of like the artist, it's like you need to apply context when you listen to it. It's a product. No, I'm not like justifying what he's saying, but he basically presents himself as a character.
Yeah.
Like Slim Shady, he's
almost like Cartman, but like 10 times worse.
And it's art effectively. You wouldn't put someone under a film under the same scrutiny that a rapper would get. And ultimately, it's not real life. Yeah, you influence people, but then that says more about. God, I'm going deep now. I'm not, but it says more about the person if you're going to be kind of like acting upon what a fucking rapper tells you to do. Like I don't go to listen to rap music to. I
read an article and it was just
it's
like...
not my moral compass, I listen to rap because I like getting in that zone. I don't want them to teach me how to live my life. It's just it's enjoyment and it's escapism for me. So.
Eminem hates everyone. And I read this in an article. He hates everyone. He doesn't hate these people individually. He just hates everyone. And yeah.
I mean, he even did like a live performance with Elton John, didn't he?
Yeah, to kind of squash the style, the stand.
And they're good friends now, apparently.
Yeah.
I really liked his cameo in the film The Interview.
Yeah.
I'm gay.
But he apparently bought Elton John like a gold cock ring or something for his birthday.
Yeah.
A gold cock ring.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, so there you go. How are we for time?
I think we're right. I'm just going to wrap up on here. This album includes 53 deaths. He kills over 12 people, including Dr. Dre, Stan's wife, Kim's husband and son. He kills a school full of bullies. He kills in Sync, the Bank Lady in the Criminal skit. So there's a few deaths in the album.
Death toll's pretty intense, man.
And just some of the top songs in it. So you've got Kill You, so it's a really good flows in that. Great lyrics.
Great opening track, man.
Yeah. Stan is the second track, which obviously everyone knows Stan. It's more of a grown-up Eminem, and it just proves this kind of storytelling in that. The Way I Am, again, a massive hit. Very angry, but it's an easy recognisable track. The beat's sick. I love the whole kind of like ding 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 ding.
And it references Marilyn Manson as well, so you can get into it.
Yeah.
Aidan.
Loves a bit of Marilyn.
I like a bit of Marilyn Manson, actually.
Yeah.
That takes me back to my my Grebo days. When I was a younger, actually, like I said, we spoke about me straight in my fringe, back when, emo was cool. And My Chemical Romance, big up yourselves.
I can't actually believe that was a thing.
Yeah. Today, Marshall Mathers LP being, probably one of my favourite. Aidan, I just want to show you something quick. I got the album.
Jake, why are you getting your dick out? Jake,
Get it away,
what the
man.
fuck?
Look at that, mate. That's a sick jacket, isn't it?
So what?
So Jake showed me a picture of the inside of the Marshall. Fucking hell, you don't. So it's a CD he's got.
Got the CD.
And it's like the little booklet inside the CD, and Eminem's wearing this.
Flick forward a couple of pages.
Really fresh Nike like puffer jacket. Man.
You'll recognise.
You'll recognise the picture in a couple of pages.
It's not a picture of your dick, is it, Jake?
Oh, do you recognise that?
Photoshop this. Yeah. That's dedication, man.
What am I looking at?
There's that one.
Oh shit!
Oh wait, is that you put that on Instagram today?
Yeah. So the picture now I'm looking at is the picture we posted on our Instagram. So when this goes out, a week ago.
Yeah.
it's the D12.
Oh, it's just a quinky dink, isn't it?
What a coinky dinks.
Yeah, nice. Right, Tom, please.
Right, man. Yeah, sure. So in no particular order, then, as that's the what we're doing.
No.
So I'm going to start with and again, this isn't necessarily my favourite 5, but this is like 5 that kind of resonate with me for various reasons. So one is probably Cypress Hill, Black Sunday. Just got so many like bangers on there, so many like weed induced tracks, so many like lazy beats. Like I love like B Real's vocal delivery, like Insane in the Brain. Like it's just I remember listening to it at school with my mate Mark, like in technology. We'd have like the old Discman, and I'd have like a bag of CDs. We'd be, like listening to like Outkast and like Tupac, and always used to put this one on, and Cypress Hill 4 as well. So yeah, this album is just one of those kind of like classic rap albums, and aesthetically it's genre bending. Like I think it's Cypress Hill, one of those groups that kind of sit well, not just with rap heads, but also with like alternative kids as well, and that. So Yeah, great album.
Do you know what? I kind of sometimes forget about Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
They're just so good. I just don't think about them. Like
Did you hear their album this year, Elephants on Acid? It's fucking incredible. I'm not just. It's not just hyperbole. It is such a good album. And I mean, they did go not downhill a bit, but they got a bit samey because they were churning out a lot of kind of weed and juice, like same old. But this kind of goes back to kind of their roots. It's a really well crafted album. The track Band of Gypsies is just check that track out.
I know what you mean. There's only so many times you can listen to a song about weed, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I mean that tune. Hello, my name is Dr. Greenthumb. I'd like to tell you just where I'm from. I wish I could do the whole thing.
Aidan hasn't had work since that, so he's back, everyone. The Dr. Greenthumb guy. So moving on. So I mean, this probably sits in a lot of people's top fives. Dr. Dre 2001. So it might be sacrilege to rate this above like Chronic, and I love the Chronic. I realise it's probably more of like
I like the Chronic.
More of like a pivotal, like important album from the West Coast scene. However, 2001, I guess I heard it before, right? I heard it before the Chronic. It just has like banger after banger after banger of like absolutely incredible standout tracks.
Yeah, it does.
Forgot about Dre now, man. I mean, it's just one of those tracks that when it plays, everyone just kind of raps along to like the Eminem part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That song reminds me when I was younger. My best mate at the time, his older brother, that was his alarm. Forgot about Dre, and then I had it on I had like whatever phone but we had to like Bluetooth it to one another, and it was probably like one of the only songs on my phone. So you know how much of that got overplayed.
Yeah.
We were just walking down like.
I just think of fucking Sony Ericsson's.
I think it probably was Sony Ericsson, to be honest. Yeah.
Do you remember the skit on it? Pause for porno, and it's just literally just like a porn, like the audio of a porn.
Yeah.
And if you're just listening to it, just casually listening to it, and it comes on, you're just like, all right, I better turn that down. But moving on, my next one, I've got another joint.
You got a joint?
Joint one here. No, sorry.
Can we go back to 2001 just for 1 second? Because it almost links in with this Marshall Mathers LP. They got a release almost like about a year apart.
Yeah.
If you link that into Up in Smoke Tour, have you ever watched that?
Oh, mate, of course.
Aidan, mate, I tell you to watch this all the time. I don't know if you've ever got round to it.
You lent me the DVD.
I think you still got my DVD.
Yeah, you lent me the DVD fucking like probably about a year ago now, and I still haven't. Mate, come on, who watches DVDs?
Mate, just watch it.
It'll be on YouTube, mate.
I think it is on YouTube.
To be fair, I should watch it. That and Bandersnatch, I've just got so much. Do you know what? I need to watch Luther as well. The new episode of Luther came out on New Year's Day, and I think I'm going to watch that later on tonight.
I watched that god awful In Betweener special last night. It's a load of shit. Anyway, it was. Just, I think I just set my expectations a bit too high, which is probably my own fault. But it was essentially just like a rehash of all their greatest moments and like a mock. Like award ceremony for their best ever moments, and it was all really kind of like.
You can tell they didn't really want to.
Yeah, it was really contrived and
There was this weird super fan though with like hair down to his knees. This like bloke. They had to play a quiz to win the yellow car. And like he was a super fan. He was a bit creepy. He got all of them right until the very end, and then he lost, and you could see how heartbroken he was that he just didn't win the car.
Wait, this is a real person?
Yeah.
He was like a super fan. He was a weird looking bloke.
But big up the French exchange student Patrice though, who made an appearance. I thought that was quite funny.
Patrice was there?
Yeah, he's like, your mother, she is the sex. So anyway, moving on.
So just have wank in your bathroom.
Thinking about your mother. So the next one's a joint tie between two Doom records. One's technically like Doom and Madlib, Mad Villainy. So again, I've got the vinyl here. I think this is just an absolute classic record. For me, it's like this is like my Illmatic because I'm a little bit too young to remember like when Illmatic first dropped, but. This record is just like the perfect marriage of MC and producer. Like Madlib samples are just absolute. Like he's just sitting on a gold mine. I don't know where the hell he gets his beats from, but it's just an absolutely incredible record. And Doom dropped some of his most kind of complex, witty bars. Just the storytelling. It's super nerdy. It's just everything I'd like to listen to in a rap album. It's really mellow. And it
is the best Doom.
I just love it. I mean, standout tracks for me. It's got to be America's Most Blunted. I absolutely love All Caps as well because It's all caps when you spell the man's name, and Meat Grinder as well. So there's some standout tracks for me. So that's joint with MF Doom Food. So another like concept album all based around food, and obviously Food is what's it when you mix words up together to create another word?
No. I don't know the actual.
What the fuck's it called when you have like a word and you mix it up to spell another word? Is it? It's not. I've just completely got. I got mind.
It's not
blank.
a metaphor, is it? It's
No. Anyway, we sound stupid.
an acronym. What was it? Is it called an acronym? Everyone's getting their phones out just to have a we don't sound stupid.
So, anyway, it's really cartoony. There's some fucking hilarious tracks on there. There's one called Deep Fried Friends, about basically why you don't need any friends because like people are shit. That's essentially like the sentiment behind the track.
Too many snakes and fakes out there.
Indeed, man. And the other track, which I find like to be probably the funniest song in rap history, is Rap Snitch Knishes, and essentially it's all about like fake gangster rappers who rap about killing people in their songs and like incriminating themselves. So it's like the kind of bridge is like
rap snitches telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years.
And it features this dude called Mr. Fantastic, who's a bit of an enigma. So when like Doom is rarely interviewed, like he's so elusive.
Yeah.
But every time he's asked about Mr. Fantastic, he's just like barely gives any information away.
Yeah.
So people speculate that he's like. He's another like alter ego with Doom and stuff like that.
Do you want to know what the word is?
What is it, Jake?
I was just going to play it through this, so it just sounds like proper. Yeah, podcast is this as well. It's a combination of two words.
What? What's he on about?
That wasn't the words.
That's not the. That's
a
definitely not,
That's definitely not the word, man. Anyway,
what it is now.
Anyway, you're making it sound even worse, but that's my fault for bringing it up. So this isn't particularly actually, no, I've got two more to talk about. So firstly is Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. So I've always been a massive fan of Black Star, so that's Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Seen them both live on a few occasions. Went to see Black Star last year at the Troxy in London. And they brought RZA out, which was pretty sick. And I absolutely love that album that they did together. Like after like Reflection Eternal, the Black Star album. So it's got some really good tracks like Respiration on there, which is like one of my all time favourite rap tracks with Common. But Black on Both Sides is like Mos Def's first album. It's got like I don't know. I think for me. Every track just has like a real good like head nodding vibe. It's got like damn man, I need some water. Can you pass it?
Of course.
Oh mate.
Oh Jesus, you've necked yours.
God, he's going on one, isn't he?
Anymore.
I was just looking at that the Dead Prez album you've got, man.
Yeah, that's an honorary. That's an honourable mention, man. Mm. But so this song, going back to the Mos Def, it opens up with a really cool little, almost like a poem, like spoken word, like Fear Not of Man, and leads straight into the track Hip Hop, which is just, if you haven't heard it, it's really, really fucking cool. It just brings you into like, kind of the New York skyscraper, and then Mathematics as well by produced by DJ Premier is just like absolute. Like,
that is just, I think that's a very influential and just
yeah, hell yeah.
A big hip hop song, isn't it? It's a fucking great song, man.
Yeah, no, good.
And sorry, I didn't mean to tap your foot there, Jake. I was just.
Why are you tapping my foot? Like these trainers are clean.
Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to. Are they clean?
Yeah, of course they are.
Are they your great ones?
I wouldn't wear any dirty trainers.
The train line ones. What was it?
The Tube.
Northern Line was it?
I got District Line.
Oh, District 9. I'm just repping Reeboks.
And anyway,
sorry to.
God. Anyway, yeah. So, lastly, then, just moving on to. So, I'm a major. We were talking about this the other day, actually. Like, everyone's a stan to a certain artist, and my kind of favourite artist is definitely, or band is definitely the Roots. Seen them live, it was absolutely insane. Black Thought is probably the most like underrated and overlooked MC of all time. He's my personal favourite as well. And this album is Things Fall Apart from 1999.
Sorry to stop you there. When did you see them?
I saw them. I think it was about 7 years ago at Wireless Festival.
Wireless Festival?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Insane. And also it was a daytime show.
Yeah.
So they played, I think it was on the Friday, and it was on like the main stage, but it didn't attract like a major crowd because they still got quite no, not really. It was like just people were kind of like, you know, whatever, and I was just there like standing out.
You bet you fucking love it.
There's a guy with a tuba running across the stage.
I thought you said tumour then.
No, that would be tragic. But no, tuba. They've got like a kind of a brass section and all sorts. But yeah, this album is just so kind of, it just has everything, man. Like standout tracks for me, 100% Dundee, Double Trouble with Mos Def again.
Well, it's like smack the track up and leave dents in it. The vocalist busting its blunt instrument spit.
And the track The Next Movement with DJ Jazzy Jeff. It's just like everything about the Roots that I love. I could talk about this album for a lot longer than 3 seconds, and I'm being stared at to shut up. So I've just got, before I do finally wrap up, I've got a few like honourable mentions, and I'm just gonna reel off a list here.
Big up yourselves.
Yeah. So Blue and Exile, Below the Heavens. I think that's just an incredible album. If you were gonna like compare him to any kind of UK artist, I'd say like a Loyal Kana. Just check that album out. It's fantastic.
Listen to this after recommendation.
Yeah.
Real cool album.
Mate, I fucking love it. Verb T, The Morning Process. Just everything about that album. Again, it just takes me back to a trip to Berlin. Foreign Beggars, Asylum Speakers.
What happened in Berlin?
It's just like you're listening to an album. Well, I don't know about you, but if I'm like on a flight or I'm going somewhere, and there's always that album.
Like headphones in, you listen to it.
Yeah, exactly. It just comes on. I think it's me and my boy Adam were driving back from the airport, and we were just listening to it. It's just like I just always remember back to that time.
I went to Berlin once. It was an interesting experience.
I fucking love Berlin, man.
I think Berlin's
cool city.
sick. But do you know what I did, mate? This is when I was travelling across Europe. So I got on the train, and that I knew it was a 6-hour train journey, and I was in Amsterdam. I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna get some wee cookies. And he was just like, I bought 2, and he goes, So go from Amsterdam and bought these wee cookies. Like, take half, wait for half an hour, and then see how you feel. I took half, waited for half an hour, nothing happened. To the next half, nothing happened. I ate the second one thinking, this is fucking bullshit, it's not doing anything. Maybe I've just like built up my tolerance for the blaze in Amsterdam. No. Then
that's an exercise in patience,
10 minutes,
my friends.
man, it fucking hit me, and this train had gone from being like empty to being fucking just full with German people. And mate, if you're like,
it's funny that
if you're like off your nut, but you're not around English people, you're around German people, like it makes you like you kind of like just twist out.
The most efficient trip ever.
Well, it went quick, man. It went very, very quick. And then next thing,
it's a trippy language to have to probably listen to.
It is very trippy. I was just there, just like, oh my days, okay, this isn't fun anymore. I'm starting to sketch out. Next thing, the train stops, right? I'm just sat there chilling, look out the window, and I can feel someone stand next to me. Turn to my left, and it's just these 2 big like German police officers, and I'm there just like.
I found that they're pretty like loose on drug laws over there, though.
Well, they wouldn't even do drugs. Literally, can I see your passport, please? Because we just gone through the border. I didn't clock this at all. Like, yes, here's my passport. Trying to like keep it normal as possible, and it was all fine. But mate, like when you're blazing, like the simplest thing happens, but you just sketch out. Fuck, you know those times, guys.
Self-incriminating. A couple more. Return of a Drifter, Jest, obviously a classic, and Rhyme Asylum, State of Lunacy. So apologies to UK heads that all my UK picks were in honourable mentions, but it's just impossible to make a list this small in such a short piece of time. How are we for time, man?
I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I mean we're pretty good. I think the last bit that we wanted to do was just talk about one from each of you, your favourite drop of this year. No, not last. No, they're not this year. Right, we're in 2019 now. Your favourite. Guys, I swear I'm stone sober.
Okay, man. After you, Jake, man.
I need time to think.
I've
already said mine. Actually.
I think Jake is like our kind of like resident like shoes guru, man. So I think for me it was the Air Force One Carhartt collab from last month.
Oh, we're talking. Sorry.
You're talking clothing.
Oh,
drops,
now he's piped up.
I still need time to.
Mate, it can be anything, any apparel. Mine is probably, and I'm kicking myself for not getting these, but if you haven't seen them, Google right now Clark's original Wallabies, the Wu-Tang
Yeah.
collab.
Oh my god.
Oh
fucking
my
great.
days. I'm fucking big. Like I used to work at. Can I say that? Yeah.
At a clothing shop.
I used to work at a
shoe
well-known
shop.
shoe brand.
I used to work for a well-known shoe brand.
Rhymes of Marks.
And
You've already
it
said
rhymes with
Clark's,
Marks.
though, haven't
And yeah, through that I used to get free shoes, and mate, it was sick. So I think I got a lot of Wallabies, a lot of desert boots, and they're the comfiest and I think the coolest shoes going, man.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang collaboration with Wallabies is sick. And then also, I showed you, Aidan, not last year, maybe the year before, OVO collaborated with Clark's.
Shit. Yeah,
and they done some Wallabies, and they were, oh man,
Mate,
they were
they are
next
hard,
level.
aren't
They were
I like
so
those.
nice.
I want to get some new Wallabies, but
yeah.
they're so expensive.
Yeah. And these were like, yeah, they're very nice.
I've got short arms and deep pockets.
Oh man,
I just have to wait till it comes deep. I just look on eBay and like Depop, and if it comes down cheap, I get a good deal.
I think this is a pretty easy one, 2018. We featured it on our Instagram, and that's going to be the. Sorry.
You alright then, mate?
Yeah, man.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah, let me just take a little sip of my water. Someone's just stuck in my throat.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
Fuck off.
You got something? You dribbling? You got something inside your mouth there?
Anyway, it's the Sean Wotherspoon Air Max. They're like the 97 slash. I'm trying to go back to the post just so I can envision them in my head. Yeah, the Air Max 1/97. Man, these are like the colours are fucking sick. The shoes sick. Everything about it. And I wish I'd bothered to cop a pair. And I don't know why I didn't bother. Probably because your boy ain't got no money. But honestly,
your boy, you know how high the foot. Okay, I need money.
Okay, but what's his name? I need money.
these shoes are so sick and they're just so pleasing on the eye and everything. And that's all I'm gonna say about them. But I'm so looking forward to like future drops on these shoes. And I've seen some kind of like drawings of the next drop he's gonna do, and I think they're more of like an Air Max 1, and they look fucking sick, like these like floral patterns, but almost like a ripped effect on the shoe. So I mean, like things to look out for 2019 for me will be them. Nike Hyper Adapts. You can get them at the moment. Like they're widely available, mainly because they're about £650. They're the self-lacing shoes. But it's been
here, man.
Yeah, it's been rumoured that this year they're going to basically release them as like a basketball shoe, same design and same self-lacing, but they'll be about 270 mark, 270. Air Max 720s will be dropping this year. We put on the Instagram as well the Adidas Futurecraft 4D, the future of shoe. You've we've gone through the whole Ultra Boost stage, like the comfiest pair of sneakers you can buy. These 4D Futurecrafts, hopefully they're going to be a bit more readily available for everyone. So they're the key lookouts for 2019.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I just got an email from Twitter. Basically, I told Jake this earlier, I created a Twitter page for us in order to just, maybe do some like interaction sort of thing. And I managed to get Shotgun the Yorks. I was like, it's fucking buzzing. And he was like, when's his birthday? So I was like, okay, maybe I'll do it like, the day I created it. Instantly, we blocked you because you're underage. I was just like, fuck's sake. So I've had to send Twitter a picture of my ID to prove that because I don't want to create another one. Cause it's sick. We've got the sick handle. So I've got an email to say they've acknowledged it. They're going to investigate it.
So yeah, it'd be annoying that we'd be Shotgun the Yorks 1 just because Shotgun the Yorks was taken by you.
It's quite a funny little anecdote as well, isn't it, for the podcast?
Oh dear.
That's sick, man. I like that.
I was fuming. But,
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap up.
We should wrap up now, but stay tuned for next week's episode.
Yeah, what are we going to do next week?
Don't know. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
What should we do?
Stay tuned for next week's exciting installment.
Do you know what? We can't just plan these things on the spot. It takes hours of WhatsApp conversations for us to kind of get some ideas
Yeah.
You know, stay tuned for next week because something good is going to happen.
Yeah. Next week's going to be a good one. I hope you enjoy this episode and
Booyaka Shah.
Peace.
and Booyaka Shah. I forgot about that, mate.
Booyaka Shah.
Booyaka Shah. But yeah, big up yourselves thank you very much for listening. Really appreciate it. I think this is available now on Spotify and hopefully Apple Music as well.
This is available at all good retailers, online retailers.
Well, I wouldn't make any false promises. it's fucking complicated to set this shit up, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I hope you lot appreciate it.
But yeah, thank you guys again. We're gonna release every Wednesday morning. They'll be out. But yeah, I hope you enjoy and big up yourselves.
That's a wrap.
Peace, love ya.
Yeah.
First of all, booyakasha.
Booyakasha, right? In the Queen's English, right? Means like, hear me now, bow, selector, swallow back, holla, big up yourself, everything Irie, coming at you like Cleopatra, coming the buck of the bus, recognize, represent, keep it real, diggity check yourself before you wreck yourself, swallow back, oh yeah, and hello.